All right. Let's go. Okay, I always see people do this, so I want to take a couple of shots. This is photographic evidence that you all have 2008 R2 systems inside of your environment. But we're going to resolve that right now. It's Thursday, 4th day of Ignite, and I'm here to talk about migrating to Windows Server 2019. My name is Rick Claus. You can find me at @RicksterCDN. And I want to kind of introduce just a little bit for the next 45 minutes a story about Tailwind Traders and the issues that they're facing with 2008 R2 end of support coming on January 14th, 2020. You're normally used to probably hearing me talk. Microsoft has been doing these talks for a while, but I'm normally the person that comes out and talks about cloud and about adoption of Azure and about migrating workloads. But my team and I decided we needed to have at least a couple of sessions specifically addressing the issue of modernizing your environments on premises so that you can start to leverage all the goodness that is inside of Azure when you're ready, when you're set to start to do some more integration. Maybe you're already modernized. Fantastic. You're still going to learn stuff about that from here because I took your picture and I know you're running 2008 R2. So really, this is the big driving factor. These are the conversations I'm having right now. What does it mean, brass tacks, no marketing BS, about 2008 R2 end of support? What does it mean? It means no longer will you get security updates. It means you cannot call 1-800-HELP-ME Microsoft and get someone to answer a question for you about 2008 R2. It means that the best support you're going to be able to get is the default support that you would tell your users. Did you turn it off and on again? And it's going to work again. So in reality, what this means is if you're concerned with your organization having a compliance, having a certification, maintaining a compliance for PII information, HIPAA, like you name the different services that it means. Part of that compliance means you have to be able to call up someone for tech support. And unless you engage with some level of a post-support agreement or a support arrangement with Microsoft, you're going to be out of luck and you won't be able to produce that documentation. That should be pretty motivating for most people. Now at Tailwind Traders, this fictitious company that we talk about today, we've modeled it after what we figure a lot of you have in your current environments. You're a mixed bag. You've got a variety of different types of systems. You've been working in the IT environment for quite some time. You've been modernizing it, which is great, piece by piece. But the parts that get left behind are usually the most critical. It's their on-prem infrastructure. It's the part that keeps the systems running, keeps the lights blinking, but aren't necessarily the big money makers that you would expect to see. The unsung soldiers, the domain controllers, the infrastructure servers, the file servers. These are the ones that we need to address and make sure that are actually going off and being protected. So in this case, in order to leverage brand new hybrid technologies that exist in Microsoft and being able to use these new cloud-enabled technologies, which you'll find out about en masse for the rest of this particular conference, the IT department has formulated a plan to go ahead and to migrate to a more modern version, and they have to approach it as like any plan with a intent that you're going to be able to modify it on the fly. I hope everyone's following me so far and no one's asleep, because I can't see a thing now they turn the lights on. So if anyone right now has to get up and leave because they're too embarrassed about being in the room, it's all fine, you can, but I still have your photo from the beginning. So here's the typical environment. What do you got? You got domain controllers in most of your offices. This is the service that everyone logs into to log into their workstation. This is the service that your workstation kicks in and talks to get a Kerberos ticket, to talk to that file server. If that DC ain't there, nothing's working. Doesn't matter if you have all these great SaaS solutions all over the place and cloud-based services out there. If you don't have identity, you're out of luck. Sure, you probably have gone in and done a synchronization with AD Connect and others to get Azure Active Directory. Fantastic. That's absolutely required to do for some very modern good stuff. But think of your payroll system. Think of your line of business. Think of your ERP. Think of these line of business apps that you bought from third parties that need to have some kind of authentication. That's critical to take a look at. Your application servers, we'll talk about those, but those would probably be the onesie-twosie devices that are out there that are running on top of 2008 R2, where the manufacturer from the third party has said, we won't support it except this version on this version of the OS unless you upgrade, unless you buy the next version. And we all know that we want to try to get the most money out of that PBX that we bought 25 years ago, right? So same deal with the software. Maximize it, get it to work, but now you're faced with a situation. If it's on 2008 R2, you got to get it off somehow. These ones, we've got options for you. I'll talk about them a little bit later. But the other unsung heroes that a lot of people forget about, infrastructure services. DHCP, DNS, obviously it's always DNS fault, but that's usually, it's on an Active Directory domain controller, so we'll talk about that. But the Windows file servers out there as well. Massive amount of systems that are 2008 R2 from our telemetry are running either domain controllers or file services out there. So let's get these two big buckets out of the way and up to something a bit more up to date. Now, this gets complicated when all of a sudden you start to introduce multiple sites. Because now you've got to orchestrate the migration of an application service like Active Directory across multiple sites, handle replication, handle schedules, and get things ready to go across 3 different cities. Well, our friends at Tailwind Traders, they just don't have 3 sites. What happens if you're like them and you've got 30 sites? That's probably close to 60 domain controllers, miscellaneous 15, 20, maybe 30 different SANs and or file servers you have to worry about, DHCP systems, multiple leases. Again, I don't see anyone getting up and running out of the room because they're terrified, so that's good. You all can do this. I'm going to give you the steps on how to be able to accomplish this. Very simple stuff that we're going to be looking at. Now, how did most people get in this environment? Well, if you think about it, back in 2008, this was the migration from 2003 to something more modern. Was anybody here in the environment that built the environment around 2008 or before? Let's take a look at the longevity, show of hands. Did you build the environment before 2008? Yes, okay, that's the majority of the people that are here. This was the Wild West of all of a sudden going from bare metal to virtualization and hypervisors. This was the advent of 32-bit to 64-bit computing. This gave us terabytes of RAM possible. This gave us SSDs were in the forefront of the cutting edge technology. All sorts of new performance and new hardware was coming, but you had to get to 2008 R2 or above to be able to leverage this new hardware and these new systems. That's the situation they are in, is a big shift. Virtualization became prevalent everywhere. This is when we used to have the debate, no, it's gotta be bare metal. It can't be virtualized. I'm pretty sure almost every person here has their systems virtualized now. Maybe 1 or 2. I know some trading floors on NASDAQ still use bare metal because they're looking for microseconds of response time on things, but that's probably not the most people. And then think about the amount of data, the amount of files that were involved as well. So nowadays, what are we looking at? Potentially, at Tailwind Traders is going to see a 4 or 5 times data growth take place inside of their systems because of all their new applications that they brought on board. There's an internal mandate that I'm sure all of you are probably faced with as well, which is go and use more cloud-based services. You're here at Ignite to learn about more of these cloud-based services, and there's some phenomenal stuff that I like to call the gateway drugs into the cloud, which is awesome, simple solutions that solve problems you have that don't require major architectural changes. The Azure File Sync, Azure Active Directory for identity purposes, the ability to go in and start using Azure Backup, Azure Site Recovery. All these can work in your hybrid environment if you modernize. And then obviously, the big buzzwords of the year for this case, Tailwind Traders, they're looking at AI, big compute, and some other stuff as well for their machine learning. So they have to get modernized. So other factors that they face, they may not apply to you. Maybe they have some data centers that are going to be expiring. They want to go in and look after some acquisitions. Software and support is still required for certifications. I'm not going to read this slide. These might be factors that are facing you. The main thing is, the driving factor is, in my personal opinion, and talking with people all this week, I can't get patches. I'm concerned about security. It'll take one person to get behind your firewall or a malicious rogue actor to get one copy of your domain controller 2008 R2, and they now have the most important data of your entire company. Every single user ID and password on a USB stick. So, like anything, now that I've scared the pants off you, we're gonna go ahead and start a little bit of an assessment, some planning, and then how we're gonna go ahead and execute. First off, all your first-party applications, look at modernizing them. Still running on premises, you may have your reasons for that. Start to look at using more cloud-based services like Exchange Online, M365, Office 365, SharePoint, managed SQL Server instances, that kind of stuff. These have really good migration paths and migration plans and capabilities on how to get there. Line of business apps, third-party apps, standalone apps that are run on top of 2008 R2, those are going to be a bit more complicated. What we've got for you is the ability to go through and you can actually migrate those workloads up into Azure and get free security and technical support for 3 years in addition to starting right now when it goes end of life, provided you run that workload up inside of Azure. I want everyone to repeat after me. I will not leave it alone for all 3 years. You will go and you'll update and you'll modernize that workload. Please, please, please. Lastly, server roles and infrastructure, that's what we're going to be talking about today. These are the ones that we're going to be migrating. So I even took my marketing friends to task. They created me this nice little workflow. Here's your end of support. You've got two paths, modernize or keep on premises, but modernize. If you go up to Azure, lift and shift can work. You can also do data migration into a managed service, which is going to give you an easier footprint to go off and to manage. Down below, you can go ahead and do an upgrade, but run as an IaaS box on that individual box. Your choice. We're going to be covering modernizing on premises, where you can go through and upgrade on premises. If it's SQL, you can do an upgrade, or you can do some of the stuff that we'll be talking about for our main infrastructure services. So, getting back to our lovely friends at Tailwind Traders, we're going to be attacking these domain controllers, the DHCP servers, and also the file servers. We're going to leave the migration of the individual workloads to another session happening later today, which is number 3, given by my friend Pierre Roman, which is going to be MSI10, migrating your workloads to Azure. Great stuff. Hopefully I got those numbers right. So what are these challenges that they've got? Well, they've gone ahead and done assessments. They've got limited resources to, first of all, do a full and complete assessment. So I'm going to give you some quick tips and tricks on how to do one. They've got to worry about their domain infrastructure, how to do some IP addressing with DHCP and how to handle those. And then finally, to migrate their individual critical file servers. We're going to tackle each one of these bit by bit. And this is when I stop talking and start doing some demos for the most of the rest of the session. Now, in case you're not familiar, a good chunk of these demos are very time sensitive and will take too long to be able to complete. So with the magic of video, I have gone ahead and recorded them and done some time pauses in there that you can basically get the speed through times. Because I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch an 80 domain controller do a migration, which will take over an hour and a half, or worse, if you want to see a 2008 R2 install, which takes about 7 hours to complete. Because I'm sure you want to go to the party tonight. So we're going to tackle the first one, limited resources and what to do for initial research and everything along those lines. So here we've got my 2019 system that's up and running. Inside some admin tools, I'm just going to go ahead and use Azure Active Directory Admin Center. The reason why I want to use this tool is it has a very easy graphical interface to do some LDAP queries. Azure Active Directory is an LDAP service, easy to do some queries against it. Just quickly going through and taking a look at some of the forest structure that we have. We got some OUs, we've got individual users, so it's a live Active Directory that's already up and running. But you'll notice inside of computers, the default view doesn't show me what versions these are, what roles they're doing. It simply says it's a computer account. It's pretty simple stuff, right? So going in here down to a search, we're going to convert it to an LDAP query, get rid of a couple of these columns we don't need and add in some other ones. All I'm doing is simply adding the operating system and also the operating system version as well. Now, the query I'm going to run is pretty simple. I'm going to query for a computer object, and I'm going to look for a string of the operating system name. So in this case, go through and say object category is a computer, and then the operating system is Windows Server, but I'm going to leave all the versions of Windows Server visible, run my query, and we get a result. Sort by operating system, pretty simple. Look at that. 2008 R2, data center, and then 2019 data center. This is a demo environment, people. This is not live. Just making sure. So, what's up? Let's go ahead and let's refine this to actually look for 2008 versions of systems, and it obviously filters down when I execute that to just the 3. Now, Admin Center may not be your tool of choice, so obviously you can do the same thing with PowerShell, firing up a PowerShell instance. We're going to do a get AD computer. We're going to do a filter, again, on operating system is like, and there's the string, 2008 Windows Server 2008. Give me all the properties, but then format table and only display me the name, the OS, and the service pack version. Wrap those columns and auto size it for me. Super simple. I now have a list. I could export to a CSV. I could do whatever I want, but I now have my plan of attack of these systems, 3 of them, that I have to go and hit. That's how simple it is to go ahead and to do a query. Both of those resources are available for you to take a look at. I've got some resources here. Obviously, you've got free tools you can check out. We've also got the ability to have an assessment planning toolkit you can go download. That's the MAP toolkit. It's been around for quite some time. I'll warn you, the MAP toolkit does generate network traffic. It grabs a lot of information, but it is quite handy. We also have a Migrate program called Azure Migrate, which will look at the same stuff. And then also there's a web interface for doing the migrate journey known as the Migration Inventory Assessment. And because I know that you're going to want to have some extra tooling, we do have 2 different documents I want to point you to. I have, in every single one of my demos, a list of all docs you can go off and check. In this case, the sysinternals tool, aka.ms/sysinternals AD. And then also the fun stuff with ADC search, ADSI search, is aka.ms/ADC search. I did not provide you with documentation on Admin Center, because I don't know where it is. But I'll find out, I'll get back to you very soon. So, we've gone through, we've done the first one, we've looked after these limited resources, we have domain infrastructure that's running 2008 R2, we're gonna be addressing next, then we'll come back and take a look at some DHCP stuff in each of the offices and the file system. So let's handle the fun one. This is my wheelhouse. I love Active Directory. I've been doing Active Directory stuff since it came out, and it was known as a .NET server during the beta stages of 1999. Yes, I just dated myself, which is kind of scary. We're going to be looking at domain controllers and how to do domain controllers and that sort of stuff. Now, this particular demo, this is the big, long, timed one that I've gone ahead and did some time warp stuff for. So, just to show you, this is my 2019 box that is running right now as simply a member server inside my Active Directory. Inside of this box, it's already been joined to the domain. I figured you didn't want to see an OS install. So, Active Directory, we have to go ahead and install the domain services, which is install Windows feature, AD domain services, include management tools. That's just simply going to go ahead and install our ADDS service on the local box, and the admin tools. I wish it installed that fast in real life. Then we're going to go ahead and do an install of a domain controller. I'm going to let this come up, just so you can see this on the screen. I'm pretty sure most of you probably have not done an AD install of a particular box entirely from the command line. This could be done on a core system as opposed to a desktop system. So it's install ADS domain controller, create delegated DNS zone. We don't need it. We're going to install DNS on the box. The domain name has to be listed, tailwindtraders.net. Default first site, because this is a demo environment. Database path for where we're going to store the log files and the database files, where the sys file is going to be located, and then reboot on completion. In this case, I don't want it to go ahead and do the reboot. I'm going to force it to go ahead and start, and then we're going to put in an admin safe mode password on and confirm it as well. Please make that strong and document it. And there we go. We're starting off doing our DC install on this individual box. My 2008 R2 domain controller is still running, still there. I'm coming in compatibility mode of 2008 R2 on this box. It's going to go through, make the schema, do the replication, do the minimum replication as well, secure the box down, and then drop me back to a command prompt. Pretty simple. Now, in this case, I want to do a restart just so it registers all the services correctly and checks the IP addresses as well. Again, I wish it booted that fast in real life. Comes back up to our command prompt, fire up PowerShell, and the quickest way to see if your domain controller came up successfully is list off the critical services. In this case, we're going to check for ADWS, KCD, NetLogon, and DNS, all came back true. And let's do a query for the Active Directory. Just show me all domain controllers that happen to be there, right? AD domain controller, filter and format table. You can see I've got 2 domain controllers in this demo environment now. DCO1, which is IP address of 192.168.0.100. And then DCO2, which just came in, 192.168.0.10. That means that I've queried my AD, it's now working and happy, it's now replicating. I'm doing a time warp. You're going to want to let your replication or stroke your replication through across your other domain controllers before proceeding as fast as I am, but I've got less than 45 minutes left to finish these. So here I'm actually going to go ahead and transfer the Fisma roles. There are 5 roles that are unique and have to be present, and they must be identified on a specific domain controller and then moved to different domain controllers to mitigate additional risk that are out there. These Fisma roles, for the purposes of this particular demo, are just going to be moved to the new box. So the old original box is no longer going to be required for anything except for being a secondary domain controller. Very simple sort of stuff to go ahead and to do that. Queries to see that where they are, they're all now on domain controller number 2. You always want to transfer. You do not want to do a seizing. That's nasty. Be nice, be a good domain controller. Over here, my domain controller number 1. On DCO1, we're going to run the good old-fashioned DC promo. I'm sure you've seen this before, at least a couple times. Again, I wish it was really this fast in real life because I just cut out and waited for the queries and then just went ahead and continued. Answer some questions inside the graphical interface. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead. It warns me it's a global catalog server. Make sure you have more GCs that are out there. I do not want to delete the domain database because there's more domain controllers left, obviously. If there was a delegation, I can go ahead and delete it for this particular box. Requires user ID and password. What's the new local admin account? Make it nice and strong. Click on that next button and you're saying goodbye to technology you deployed over 11 years ago. And once again, watch how fast this goes. Watch that pencil. I got tired of waiting for it. Come on, pencil. Done. Finish it off. It's going to ask you if you want to go ahead and do a reboot. In this case, I'm going to say, yeah, you know what? Let's not do a reboot just yet. And really, the only reason why I don't want to do a reboot is so that I can shut it down nicely. You know, it did do a good job, so let's at least leave it with a nice message when we say goodbye to it. So thank you very much for your service, 2008 R2. We no longer need you anymore. Someone will find this domain controller in a refuse heap somewhere and they'll actually know that we are nice administrators. And well, you know what? Let's do an update. Back here on my 2019 box, you can verify that the IP address that was in use was .10. All I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to .100. So I'm now using and taking over that old domain controller's IP address. And because I'm paranoid, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick restart just so that I know that all the services registered correctly and everything's all fine. That's basically it. We've done our environment upgrade. We've done the transfer of Fisma roles. Once I've duplicated this across all of my domain controller sites, I could then go in and now start to elevate the role of Active Directory to a more modern version, which would then allow me to put in the most important thing that a lot of people haven't put in. Any guesses? AD recycle bin. It has saved my butt before because there was a slow link somewhere, it hadn't recycled there. I was able to pull some stuff back with an authoritative restore. If I had AD recycle bin in place, I wouldn't have had a problem. I could just pull it out of the recycle bin. So here's the recap of what took place, because that was a pretty fast video. Leave the old one alone, set up the new one as a member server, promote it to be able to become a domain controller, synchronize and replicate across the board, transfer the Fisma roles, demote the old ones, repeat this at every single site, raise the functional levels. This is your hit list. If you're taking a picture of a slide, you can, but you get the slides later. And aka.ms/migrate-ad. Now, Active Directory, this is in fact a migration that we did. We didn't do an upgrade, we did a shell game of moving stuff around. It is considered a migration, but it's a clean OS, which is awesome. I love clean OSs. Now, if that particular machine was a virtualized domain controller, you're already going to be going ahead and using a shielded VM, right? Shielded VMs are important because a virtualized domain controller is just a file that fits on a USB stick. If it's a shielded VM, it's encrypted and cannot be opened except on that one box. So if you have a rogue admin, they can't do anything about it. Only shielded VMs protect you against rogue admins. Make sure you go ahead and do it. There is the aka.ms/dc shielded VM should you need it. Here's my documentation for functional levels and also my sysvol replication as well. Does anyone have an environment that was built in 2003? Put up your hand, some do. All of you have already done your sysvol migration to DFSR. Just nod and say yes, please. If not, you need to do that before you start this kind of stuff. Ned's got some awesome documentation on how to do it. So, coming up here, we've done the big two. We've done this, the next one coming up is a domain controller, DHCP server in each office. How are we going to do DHCP? I had to go through and dig up on the internet a search for how to go ahead and do this, which I found hilarious because when I did that search, I found a video that I made. I was talking about this 10 years ago. So, really simple. Here's my 2008 box. Here's my IPv4 scope. It's currently running. It has address leases that are live. It even has reservations as well. So it's a live DHCP database. And I want to get this updated to a more modern version. How am I going to go ahead and do that? Well, back on a 2019 box, there actually still is these server migration tools that are there. They've been around since 2012. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and install the server migration tools. It's hilarious that they're still there, personally. But they still work. Change into a folder structure to be able to go off to the server migration tools. And what you have to do is you have to actually build a package for your target OS for the migration tools. So here I'm going to say, build me a package, 64-bit operating system of Windows Server 2008 R2. Dump it in a folder structure called DHCP config because I've shared it out. It's a simple one-line tool to make that package. On your 2008 R2 server, browse over to that box. There it is. There's the files. Copy them local. Once you've got them copy local, go ahead and simply execute smig-deploy.exe. No switches required. That will install the tools, and then you can launch them, and it opens up a PowerShell window with the modules installed. Smig deploy. Inside this environment, you're going to say, first of all, stop the DHCP service. Don't worry. Your clients are still going to work if your DHCP service is down. They're going to renew at the half-life and 6/8 and that sort of stuff, so you're still going to be fine. I'm going to say export SMIG server settings of DHCP, bring across the users, bring across the groups. Also, give me the, we're going to migrate over the IP address as well. So you can see here, I migrated DHCP, local users and groups, the IP configuration of the NIC on that box, plus also the global configuration as well. That's stored it on a file that is on the other server, a share on the other server. Now, in order to migrate the IP configuration settings, I actually have to have the MAC address of this NIC on this box. Easiest way to do it is simply do an ipconfig.all and then also dump it up on that share remotely on that DHCP server that administrators have access to. On this box, once again, thank you for your service. We will no longer require your services. Pick up your check on the way out. This guy was up to date. Thankfully, the admin was doing his job before. So here, we're going to go ahead and install DHCP and install the management tools. This is my 2019 box. It warns me that I do not have a static address. You're currently using DHCP. Just to prove that, here's my DHCP settings, my IP settings. They're set up for automatic. But I don't care because the migration tools, which are here, will go for an import SMIG server settings. So, import SMIG server settings, the feature of DHCP, all the users, all the groups, and the IP configuration, all the settings. I need to know the source physical address, which is in that text file. Copy and paste, because I hate typing. And then I have to have the target physical address, which is the local IP address. Just do an IP config and copy it. Nice and simple. Go ahead and put in the path where that file is. Bring that in. This one will give you an error message because there's an incompatibility with the IP address configuration migration of 2008. But you saw right there that it did accept the IP address. So it does work even though there's an error. So we're just going to run that exact same command again and only bring in the DHCP portion of that. Once again, unlock it with a password, imports that in, and this time no error message. And what that means now is if I take a look at my DHCP administrator, I can now see that I have the scope. I now see that I have my address pool up and running, and I have my reservations that existed in the previous box. And I also happen to have my reservations intact as well. On my client machine that happens to be running right now, you can see that this person has an IP address of 192.168.0.110. It's a lease. I simply do ipconfig renew to prove that it still works. Thinks about it, and then boom, gets one. That simple. DHCP is one of those services you can kind of get away from migrating without too much stress because it is built to be able to be resilient. It does have time. Don't forget, DHCP from 2012 onwards has the ability to have your scopes on 2 systems to get some resiliency built in, and you can configure that with the newer systems. It is documented. Lots of great stuff in there. So we did DHCP in each office. We did that migration. It helps if you have the clicker turn the right way around so that you hit the green button, not the red button. There we go. There's the documentation on how to do it. The DHCP resources are there for DHCP migration and also IP address migration as well. Do not be alarmed that it says 2012. This works on 2019 as well. We're updating our documentation. When I took these screenshots, they still showed the 2012 version. So we've been through all 4 of these. Sorry, 3 of the 4. We now have the last one, which is critical file servers that happen to be a mixture of this sort of stuff. This is the coolest part of all of this. The reason why it's so cool is because we actually have a new Windows Admin Center capability and a new service called Storage Migration that you can use to be able to go ahead and do a migration. So here is my file server on 2008 R2. I have a share that's called data. And on that share called data, there is a local user account that is protected. You can see, permissions-wise, it has a local HR group. That's a local group only on the box. That has to be migrated. And they have rights on that individual share. You have a bunch of other shares just to show you've got sales. It has the exact same configuration, a local sales group on that box that has global groups that are put inside of it. Standard stuff you would have done in 2008 R2. You can also see that there are 3 or 4 local groups on this box. Again, I'm trying to prove you everything that's here for a gnarly configuration to do a migration. And then also a local user account called Break Glass. So what you should have gotten from this, I can't just do a robocopy. That's the default thing that people always say, just robocopy that. You're gonna miss a whole bunch of stuff if that's all you do for your file servers, and they're not gonna work. So instead, here's some proof that we actually have data. It's around 5.5 gig for my demo environment. Here's my 2012 box that I'm running, Windows Admin Center. Go see Windows Admin Center sessions while you're here. It's like crack. It's awesome for IT. Windows Admin Center, you see a list of servers. This is my new file server that is yet to be used as of yet. I have to put in my credentials to authenticate to that box. And you can see that performance-wise, storage, it has one non-initialized disk number 1. So I need to go in and make a volume on that. So let's initialize it all through the web interface from a different box. And then let's go ahead and create a volume called the drive letter E, let's call it data, and go ahead and format it. So step back and think about that for a second. I could be on my Windows 10 Admin Center box that's running this. I just reached out and touched that server remotely using PowerShell remoting, secured, transacted, logged, audited, all from my one machine. That's powerful. Back to Server Manager. I'm going to choose a different box called DHCP2. It's running 2019, and I've just installed the Server Migration Service plugin to be able to make this work. Think of this as my proxy box. This is the one that's going to do all the work and coordination against my old server and my new server. I'm going to group this together as a job for this particular migration. Choose some credentials, and then go ahead and add in a device as my source. So this is my FSO1 box, which is running 2008 R2. I'm going to go ahead and scan that to see what shares exist and what resources exist on it. Takes a couple seconds. I sped this up. Here's a list of all the shares that are there. So you can see I've got an E drive. Down below I've got some sales and marketing and test and data, all that sort of shared out with a different amount of data inside of each one. So it enumerates everything for you, including the home directories, users, $, in case you didn't see. Down here, it's asking me, what's my destination, my target system, my 2019 box that I want to go off and migrate this to. In this case, it's going to be my FSO2 box on Tailwind Traders. It scans it to make sure, hey, what's the hard drive configuration? Do I have enough space? And if I was to match this up, what would I look like to be able to match it? So you can see the source and on the first column, and then you can see the destination source file system, destination file system size, and should I include it. So it maps it all for me based on what it sees, which is fantastic. As you can see, I turned off a checkbox for tests there, just to say you have granularity of control. It goes ahead and says, okay, these are the basic settings for how often I'm going to try to do this migration to be able to get this done. There's no file locks and stuff like that. So if users existed, let's rename the local version of that on the box so there's no conflicts. Let's validate that I have all the permissions set correctly and everything should work. Once you get the green checkbox of joy, you can get ready to start. So actually going ahead, you actually have to click the Start Transfer. This will generate network traffic. This is something you don't necessarily want to do in the middle of the day. So obviously schedule this appropriately, please. But it is way multi-threaded and very much faster than doing a simple robocopy. You can see here an update on how much data has transferred. You can see a progress as it goes. You're never left in the dark, but you've never left your Windows admin workstation. It's all being done for you, which is awesome sauce. Notice an error message. It's just giving me an error that I can go off and check in the logs when that's done. So it just all finished off here, time warp to finish it, and it gives me error messages I can check in the logs. Error log only is simply going to tell me as a downloaded file that I can look at as inside of Excel, or in this case, because you don't load Excel on servers, right? This is my server box I'm using, not my Windows box. You can see I just had some files that were in use that I could not transfer, so you have a full list. You can go back and investigate those yourself in a much more realistic environment than this demo environment is. If I go take a look at the migrated user log for individual users, I can see here that the break glass account was in fact migrated and a new one created and associated appropriately with file permissions, which is awesome. And then I can take a look at my groups. Now, there's an awful lot more groups involved on servers, so it's a bit messy, but what I do want to show you here is at least here's all the local ones that are the important ones. These were used in file permissions, so they were migrated, which is awesome. This is all missed by Robocopy. But we're not done. There's one more piece of magic, which is absolutely awesome, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to have to go in and remap all those drives for your 20,000 users that are out there. There's an option called cutover. It will go in and actually migrate the IP address to the new box. It'll migrate the user, the NetBIOS name and DNS name, sorry, the NetBIOS name is the big one, over to that new box. It'll go through and do all that for you and do the shell game and updating and re-registration all 100% without any issues. In this case, it's a DHCP address. I choose the NIC. I then come down and rename the old box if I want to. FS old, thank you for your service. You cannot leave that message, unfortunately. I wish we could. And then you go ahead and say next, and it goes through and does its magic in the background to say that it's all done. Now, the cool thing is, on these demos for Windows Admin Center, as I was writing this demo, Ned released an update. That update happened, and I had to redo all of my demos because new functionality was added. So these are constantly updating with cumulative updates on a monthly basis for additional functionality, which is awesome. This is a summary of the storage migration service. Migrates unstructured data. The new stuff that came in August, it targets Linux boxes if you want to. It can target a NAS. It can target a file cluster and then move it to a new box. The last part that is pure magic is it can even suggest, hey, that new 2019 box that you created, you could actually go ahead and migrate that and start using Azure File Sync so you'll never run out of space again. Let me click you through how to do that. That's awesome. Great documentation about Windows Admin Center, available here at SMS Overview. All up to date, updated constantly. You can even update them if you need to, in case you happen to find some issues with that documentation, to make it even better. So, challenges-wise, we've gone through and adjust the 4 biggest challenges that are out there. Limited resources to do your research, how to do your DC promos and DC demotions on a 2008 R2 box. Please be nice to your old boxes as you decommission them. They served you well for many years. IP address migration with DHCP to each office, as well as the critical file servers that are a mix of Windows Server 2008 R2 and above. Now, the Windows Admin Center is a tool that you will find absolutely invaluable as more functionality gets added to it as the systems progress. Currently, I think there's about 14 major services that I'm interested in inside of the Windows Admin Center. More are coming, and you'll be able to leverage those now with a more modern infrastructure inside of your environment. This should strike fear in all of our hearts, because the core infrastructure that keeps your business running right now is possibly still running on 2008 R2. Does anybody have 2003 in the room? Don't answer that question. I don't even want to ask about that other one that's even older. This is serious stuff. You need to know how this is going to affect you, because it will affect you in some way, shape, or form. Certification-wise, there are resources available for you to go off and to certify. I would suggest, if you're looking for doing certification and new stuff inside of the Azure environment, you'll learn about stuff inside of the fundamentals. There is additional stuff inside of there that will be able to help you on the progression of your career. There's your free certification exam. You've seen this one before. If you haven't, everywhere you can find that QR code. But what I want to do right now is, I got about 30 seconds left. I just want to do a pitch and a promo to say, it's very important that you do a migration and a modernization. It's very important that you take the steps to develop your skills to become more cloud aware. These are some baby steps if you're not ready for that. When you are ready for it, my team and I are here to be able to help you modernize and start to look at integrating cloud services into your on-premises environment, but don't neglect your on-premises environment. More resources available in case you want to take a look at this lab manual. I did print one up you can take a look at. Lastly, coming up very soon, MSI10, Integrating Cloud Technologies, is where you can bring some of those new systems down inside of your environment. MSI30 is migrating those application workloads up into Azure to be able to take advantage of the extended support agreements. And then if you want to get a hold of me, I'm here for the next 2 days. My name is @RicksterCDN. You can see a lot of my team and myself doing blogging on itopstock.com. The last moment and the last thing I want to say, even though I'm 36 seconds over, is your evaluations are extremely important. I'm looking for critical feedback on how we can make content more relevant to you and if this content worked for you. Take a moment in the app, on the web, fill out some information for us about how we did. My name is Rick Claus. If you liked this session, if you didn't like the session, my name is Oren Thomas. Thank you very much.